What it do? I am back and I am motherfucking live. I was late because I was looking at some shit that I'm gonna show. There's some pretty decent Amazon deals going on today. You know. What up? What up, everybody? What up, D Mike, Kong, Brooklyn in this motherfucker slid up in this bitch, Django. I think that's everybody for right now. Hope y'all been. Oh yeah, and the nigga camera work now too. I fixed that shit. Uh. Oh shit. Hope y'all all been doing good. You know. We probably can stretch this an hour. I ain't got too much to rant about. I ain't really been seeing shit that's like fucked up. Although if y'all subscribe to Medically Fit, I am finna talk about this last video. After I get through rolling up. Hopefully y'all checking out some of them the newer growers anyway. Hopefully y'all checking out some of them Prime Day deals actually. I'm gonna show some right now. Actually, that's almost a 3x3 right there. Missing the light. That ain't shit but $80. That actually is a 3x3 right there. It's a little taller too. 115. This almost like a 2 3/4. It ain't even a 3x3, but it's close. But for 289, you got a lot of bullshit. That light is ass, probably. Like these lights right here, ass. But like for all the other bullshit you get, a 4x4, 230, that ain't too bad with all the extra shit you get. The carbon filter, you know what I'm saying, fan, the little hanging bullshit, timers and all kind of other stupid shit. We got another one right here. Like the only thing that's wrong with these tents, in my opinion, is the lights are just completely ass. But I was looking to get a 2x2 because I want to get two 2x2s instead of one 2x4, right? I gotta find that bitch. But it was only like $35 today. Some of this shit is cool. 4x4. You ain't saving them but about $10. But they do got some pretty decent shit in here though. Small shit, you got your carbon filter and fan and shit. You saving about $50 on that shit. I'm gonna get back to the chat in a second because I can't see that shit. 2.7 is what they calling it, huh? Okay, damn near 3x3 with all of that bullshit right there with pots and shit. But $295, that ain't that bad. That ain't that bad at all. Some of these shits ain't that bad, especially if you're a new grower, like I said, and you just trying to get in the goddamn game. That shit ain't too bad right there. Some of this shit you can just get for this price anyway, right? But that's what caused me to go late a little bit, looking at that shit. Yeah, you ain't the only motherfucker that says you ain't been seeing shit on Prime Day. It's crazy. I be seeing a lot of shit on this motherfucker. Like I was looking for some cocoa, but they didn't have no cocoa on sale. You know what I'm saying? At least not can of cocoa. Shit like Xbox controllers, if you need that shit, them shits is like $39.99 right now. Micro SD cards, terabyte, the motherfuckers like $50-$60. You know what I'm saying? Tents, you get a good deal on tents right now. Damn, that's crazy. I guess that's why motherfuckers be doing shows. Yeah, I seen quite a few things. D Mike, I'm kind of in the same position because with me trying to buy this house soon, I done shut down what I had going on, the bigger shit, because I'm trying to get everything consolidated and put together. So I really ain't got much space either. I'm just working out of a 5x5 and a 4x4 right now. Let's see, we got 9 people in this motherfucker. How many of y'all watch? Because we gonna go look at the plans here in a minute. How many of you motherfuckers watch Medically Fit, dog? We're gonna look at some of this dude's shit because he said some shit. Only thing that I really wanted to comment about was some shit he said. It wasn't really all that bad. This video here, he talking about soil biology, and really he giving you a whole bunch of excuses about why his leaf tips is burning, right? And I really don't got no problem with none of that shit. It was just some other shit he said in the video. He got 4 plants in a 5x5. And Django, I already know you seen this video because you commented on that shit. We do grow weed, we don't grow leaves, but I mean that shit look cute because all the full leaves and shit.
But you're from the 5x5 tent, taking a look at these ladies and what's going on. Had a comment, oh, look at those leaves, they're all beat up and burned up. Well, that's kind of what happens in a living soil setup.
It don't always have to happen in a living soil setup, number one. That's what happened when some shit. If my tips ain't burned, I'm not dialed in. Hey, yo, I get it. I used to be like that too. And I still am to a point. I be trying to get my plants to look as best as they can. Now, if we just slow this shit down, we can already see right here he got fucking purple stems as it is. My issue that I be having with living soil and all of that shit, I just be feeling like it's a lot that can go wrong in that soil. Like, I know he got living soil and shit, but I feel like something's off. That's why that shit kind of look like that.
Where it actually happens in any setup. If you let your roots dry out, your pots actually dry out, this is what happens. Your roots kind of die back a little bit, get a little bit of death.
Now, that ain't no lie, because like when we go look at this 4x4, we can clearly, you don't know the limits till you see brown. We can clearly, we gonna clearly be able to see why I did not keep these motherfuckers hydrated. And as I told y'all, that's the first thing when you run in these small ass. And I found out I ain't even running in 1 gallon pots. These bitches is half gallon pots. They number ones. I thought this was back when I thought number ones meant 1 gallon. So they ain't even 1 gallon pots, but some of them more, half of them more, but like half of them, man, I'll show you which ones ain't. And you can clearly see when I show you, like, God damn, I thought that was a gallon all along and it wasn't. But I got that same problem in the 4x4 because I wasn't keeping my shit hydrated enough, right? So these tips right here would like die. It'll be just like this. We'll see. They'll die off and shit and look all fucked up. But in my other tent, right, the 5x5 where I kept everything properly watered, that shit don't look like that. And it ain't, it don't have to look like that. It's a lot of reasons though. I just wasn't liking what he was saying in this video. It sounded like he was whining and like giving a fuck about what some of these people were saying.
They regrow. That's part of air pruning. Why I use fabric pots is I'll get this. It's not everywhere. It's only in certain parts of the plant, but it happens. It happens even outdoors naturally with Mother Nature. You'll still get a bunch of yellowing leaves or leaves kind of look beat up, eaten up. Bugs attacked it. Just different things like that. But a lot of newbie growers really don't comprehend some of this stuff.
True. That's true what he's saying right now.
They think that they know and I haven't had that problem. Well, probably not. You probably kept your pots watered all the time.
I'm gonna try them.
It's not on every part of the plant. It happens. But when your pots are going through this water cycle of being watered, drying back.
See, and that's the next problem I got. This whole being watered, when people be using the term drying back, man, look, I told y'all before, all that shit means to me is, hey, I didn't water as quickly as I should have, right? Because that's why his leaves is like that. So like it's almost like he using drying back in the context like he meant to do this shit, right? But like that's the problem that I got when you be talking to a bunch of new growers and they trying to figure out about drying back and dialing in. Hey man, I always tell y'all to keep it simple. You know what I'm saying? Don't even worry about drying back, but none of that shit, man. That shouldn't even be a concern till you get like 6-7 grows under your belt, because you need to understand proper watering before you can understand what the fuck drying back is.
Where like that plant right there can use water. How can I tell? Because these leaves right there are droopy. Same thing on this plant. When my leaves, big fan leaves, start to droop down, I know my pots are pretty dry. When I come in here and all my leaves are wilted down or looking like they're not standing up, it's probably because I need water. I mean, if you don't know the water cycle and how to keep your plants properly watered and proper moisture. But Watering cycle is a part that causes stress that you need, because this is what causes the secondary metabolites, the terpenes, the expressions, the flavonoids. That's the part that comes out through these stressors.
Now, see, that's another thing. What up, bud? That's another thing I got a problem with. Like, if you're a new grower and you're looking at this shit, you'll think that I'm supposed to let my shit dry all the way out until they get rock hard, my leaves start drooping and shit. And in my opinion, I've always ran cocoa, or how I try to run cocoa when I do it right, and I give a fuck. I keep my soil pretty moist as long as I don't have a net problem, which I usually don't, right? Because that's one of the benefits of cocoa, being able to keep that shit consistently wet and not having a problem. To me, when people start talking about drybacks and shit like that, when they in this type of situation right here, man, look, you just didn't water your plants enough. So when you say shit like the stressors, the flavonoids, sounding really smart and shit, yeah, you sound smart, and some of that shit is true. But you did not go into this run. You did not go into this run saying I'm gonna let my shit dry back because I want new root growth. You didn't, because you can let your shit dry back and it don't gotta look like that, right? So I got a problem when people actually just don't water their plants enough, and then they just say shit like dry backs and crop steering and all of that shit, when most motherfuckers actually ain't really crop steering or drying back on purpose. They just forgetting to water they shit. You know what I'm saying? That's really, and you should keep your living soil moist, Django, because you know you a smart man. If that shit dry up, man, a lot of your beneficial microbes are gonna die. You know what I'm saying? So you really ain't, you shouldn't be drying back like that anyway, especially if you got fucking living soil. So that confused me. But let's just continue the video. Mostly what he's saying, I ain't got a problem with right now. It's just that, dog, when you got 20 fucking thousand subs, you can explain this shit a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit better.
Doesn't matter how your fucking leaves look. Like, stop crying and complaining about little stuff that don't fucking matter. That you guys, it looks like crap, your leaf. Get out of here with your ignorant
it do look like crap.
Like,
some of it.
Understand that your plants are not going to look 100% leafy green all the time. God damn, man, you guys are pretty fucking good. Straight jackasses with these comments sometimes. Like, seriously, get your shit together and understand. Grows are never perfect, and if you think
now on the low, he telling you right now, hey man, I kind of fucked up. This grow ain't perfect. But again, just me personally, I ain't really got no personal problem with him. It's a lot easier if you start the video off like, yo, these plants don't look that bad, but they could look a whole lot better because I kind of fucked up. I let them dry back a little bit too much. I could have did this better. I could have did that better. But if you're a new grower watching, you might get confused because on the one hand, he's saying that this shit is good. On the one hand, he's saying that this shit kind of look like shit because he fucked up a little bit. So I just try to be, and I know this don't apply to none of y'all in here because most of y'all fucking grow better than me. But these videos are problems because I just think back when I started growing, how confusing shit was to me, and it didn't have to be.
You got a perfect grow, you're a fucking liar. You're an idiot because it doesn't always happen, and I've talked about this. But also getting to the point, because this will be a little bit longer video than a 4.
Yeah, he did whine a lot in this video. But I be ranting a lot, so fuck it.
Pine tar are the lamb's cheese, and this dang is just chunky all the way through.
Good though.
Even these lower ones are just chunking up.
I take my skirt up pretty high, so a lot of that lower shit wouldn't even be there for me. I probably could not do that.
She's not as chunky.
I mean,
and that's what I mean by, even though these are the same genetics, same variation, or what I want to call F1, F2s, whatever these are, you can still see the variation in the growth of the plant. You can still see how this one now.
All right, we ain't even got to watch this shit no more. All I was trying to say is when new people watching this, when he say variation, because he was smart as fuck a minute ago, talking about flavonoids and all that other shit. All this nigga really had to say was, yo, these is F1s. We got a lot of variation. The other shit he said in this video, because I don't even want to watch this shit no more. I'm ready to get to showing my plants, actually. But he was just talking about how basically the same shit I be saying. Stability equals everything looking the same. And that ain't true, right? Some shit can still be stable. Your F1s can be stable and still not, in my opinion, right? Because to me, stability means some shit that ain't finna harm and ain't finna do nothing fucked up. That's what stable means. You can grow this shit over and over and it ain't nothing gonna happen. To me, I could be wrong. I've only been breeding for about 5 years. You know what I'm saying? So I could be wrong. But like they be using that term synonymously with homogenized, right? And those things are kind of two different things. And it just be irritating me when people do that shit. Cause they act like no man, let me stop sharing this goddamn screen. They be acting like you should want everything the same fucking thing, right? And if you buy F1s, you already know, hey, these are gonna be different. Now, if 75% of your F1s come out, pretty much the same, hey man, that's cool. But that don't always happen, and that don't mean they any more or less. In my opinion, they any more or less stable. If you got a bunch of different phenotypes, but if ain't nothing harmed, ain't nothing happened, everything is still fucking stable to me personally. Yeah, I don't really teach either. I just try to point out shit that be confusing as fuck to me. I more so point out the shit that I do wrong. So like, if you could see what I'm doing wrong, then you could turn that shit around. At one point in time, as we'll see, I used to grow my plants short as fuck and wide. Like to me, the plants he had in that 5x5 was pretty fucking short. But again, I think that when people have leaves and shit on their shit, it make their plants look more full, and they don't really be having no more bud. Like when he was like, "That one's chunky, this one isn't." Man, that shit pretty much looked the same. I mean, one was slightly smaller, but not enough to be like how he was. In my opinion, it just looked like one grows slower than the other one. But them plants didn't look the best, but they fine. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing wrong with them, but yeah, they didn't look the best. They could have looked better. As we finna see on this screen right here, because I'm getting ready to go in here. Actually, I gotta grab my my dab pen. About to do some Bubba Fett sugar. Actually, I was smoking a joint while we was watching this shit. But yeah, that was the only thing I really had to talk about. I'm not perfect, no way, shape, or form, but I'm not getting ready to sit here and tell you that ain't nobody plants. Your plant's supposed to look like that. Nah, dog. I've seen people outside. Like I give you an example. I seen Frosty outside. Shit, it looked great in the greenhouse. My nigga Tony Two Tokes be growing them big ass motherfucking trees outdoors. His shit look great. It just is what it is. And that's what I was saying, Django. That's what I be thinking. People be getting confused. That's just my opinion. Cause it seems like nowadays all this shit be based on opinion. One person say this shit and another person say another shit. Oh man, I've been saying that from the jump. D might do what work, but I will also say this because this is something that I fell victim to growing. When I'm doing some shit that work, I still try the shit because what I found out is sometimes I can try shit that actually ended up working better than what I'm doing. So what I'm doing worked good, but damn, I did this other shit and I thought I was doing good, but shit, I'm doing so much better now trying this other shit. Well, damn, let me try this shit. Just don't try to change everything at once, is what I say, and try to keep an open mind. Like a lot of the things that I talk about, I've tried, and they didn't work well for me personally. But that don't mean they'll work. That it ain't gonna work well for y'all. That's why I be trying to share my experiences and shit. Stripping, to me, stripping mean the most when you got a lot. I'm always gonna be a dude that got. See, look, the average person is gonna grow 4 plants in a 4x4. The average normal thinking person, maybe 6. You see that dude had 4 plants in the 5x5. Dog, I'm finna have 12 plants in the 5x5, 16 plants in the 5x5. It just depends. So like when you got shit like that, you got to strip because you got a lot of plants close together. Like look at this shit on the screen. Like I ain't gonna never have no even canopy just because I had tall my plants be. No, let me not say that. You can achieve an even canopy when your plants are tall. And a lot of these are the same variety we looking at. They just leggy as the fuck. And they just don't just the way they grow, that's how they grow. But they're not gonna have no even canopy. And man, I did something wrong with these plants because like they look okay, but they could look a lot better. I actually ended up breaking one of them trying to move them in and out of there because they pretty. That banana cream savers is pretty fucking brittle. I got it growing over again in the 5x5, which we'll go look at in a second. Duh, you silly. Yeah, see, and when you doing it like that, D Mike, you already know. A lot of times, man, you gotta defoliate a little more than you would want to. Like I gotta get everything out this 2x4. We finna go in here in 1 second. Hold up. All copycat shit be lanky. Yeah, I done got some lanky shit from myself. Cause strawberry frosted donut is kind of lanky. I done grew some lanky shit from Black G. You know what I'm saying? The banana frost I got from him, which I used in half of this shit was lanky, and that part came through. I was hoping that and I didn't grow a whole lot of different phenols. It probably is a pheno out there that's like that, but I was hoping that I got the pheno with the structure leaning towards the Cherry Garcia BX3 is what I was hoping. But all these motherfuckers, the ones that I grew, took that motherfucking at least the phenols that I had was all like that banana frost. Now, hey man, they did really taste and smell like banana as these do. They smell like a candied banana. I guess they would taste like banana too. I hope. I don't know, but it seems like that's what they're gonna taste like, which is cool. 6'2" peanut butter plant, yeah. That's how I want all my shit to be indoors. Like even in the rooms that I'm in, I would love to like not. I would love to not be in a tent, just have all these shits in just a room. But you know how it go when you don't own your shit. You be trying to keep the shit, regulated and tense, nice and neat. I don't want to fuck up these people's shit like that. So let me relight my joint, then I'm gonna go in here and mute this. All right. Hopefully y'all can hear me. I gotta see how to read the comments, and I just seen how to read the motherfucking comments. Although I can't highlight shit though, which is fucked up. All right, is that how we close it? That's how we close it. We gonna go in here and see what the fuck is going on. All these motherfuckers are pretty much fine. I do not like how this camera looking here either. All these are pretty much fine. They look fucked up though. You can tell, like, typically, see how that browning is right there? That's not the good type of browning. That's the type of browning where, yo, I let these motherfuckers not get watered a little bit too much. Look at that little bit of browning. And I don't like this structure. This got like a very 80s structure. We in week 9. This shit getting chopped down at the end of the week. We got a very 80s structure going on over here. I don't like that. But I don't like how like years. I mean, I know what a year died, but like, see that shit, I could have did a lot better with that. Like that did not have to look. That didn't have to look like this. Because if it was normal, all of the plants would be looking like this. But that shit ain't normal. Yeah, I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna show y'all some of that other shit. Django, cause some of that shit is jumping out the motherfucking jail. This though, this the strawberry frosted donut crossed with the Mr. Vic stuff. That shit is actually pretty big. I'm digging it. I'll allow it. I'll approve it. You know what I'm saying? It branched out nice. I didn't top it. It had 4 big ass, really 5 big ass tops that came up like that. And then you still got this shit down here that's pretty motherfucking solid. Right? It's a pretty good plant. You gonna have to fake it just because of these good stuff. I get wide. But all the rest of this shit, this flop flop. See, look at this shit. See, look at that. That shouldn't be like that. Right? That shouldn't be like that. This shit will probably get cut down like some more. Because I don't like in instances when my bud, when the leaves get brown and start creeping up into the bud. I don't like that shit. It's a pretty good size. I mean, it was all pretty good size. I ain't gonna lie. It's all banana. It was all pretty good like that. Couldn't did a better job for sure. I said that. Even that. Damn, they do smell great though, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. They do smell great. Look shitty. Smell great. Yeah, I just could have did a lot better on a lot of that shit. It's all pretty good size though. It's all pretty good size, but I like these motherfuckers. I like them. But yeah, that shit got to the end of the week. Then this big shit over here, dog. This shit is 7, like day 23 for these motherfuckers. Good gosh, where do I start? This goddamn strawberry frosted donut times blue magic. That shit gonna be frosty. That shit probably gonna be the frostiest thing in the tent. I'm just looking at how that shit. It don't translate well on the camera because my phone is ass. Matter of fact, y'all, my phone's so old it don't even got that. I just gotta get a new phone. What's wrong with it? It's just been finally went behind the times. Now this shit right here, this jealousy times strawberry frosted donut. Jealousy times strawberry frosted donut, which I never released, times Cherry Garcia. This bitch big right here. Like, man, I can't even I can't even tell y'all how big this shit is. Like, that shit right here is too. Let's come around here. This is yeah. Oh man, this shit gonna be frosted too. This is Gary Coleman times strawberry frosted donut. I like the structure of how that shit is. Right for day 24. And Flower, we looking damn good over everything on point in this one. We wasn't looking like this in the last one. And again, that's fucking one plant. Um, I usually take my skirts up pretty fucking high because I want the canopy. I get pretty good light penetration in the canopy, so I take them up pretty good. This is a CC. That motherfucker gonna be pretty big too. I like the structure on that. This the type of structure I like. It ain't gonna be no whole lot of leaves. I can already tell, right? This motherfucker, I topped it one time and it did that. It branched all out. Usually I get rid of way more fan leaves than I got on her, but I felt like because I had the space this time, I'm gonna leave them in more so than I would. This is a goddamn. Look at this motherfucker just playing super hard. This is a banana cream savers, right? This is like that, and it's about the same height too already. But this look way better than that other one did over there. It looked way better. Like, so I'm expecting it to be better because I did a way better job uh growing over here. I don't use any tail mag like I tell people, and you can see my stems hella green. Ain't nothing wrong with them. What is it? Oh man, these Gary Coleman. I'm telling you, I'm fucking with the stuff. It's the Gary Coleman times. Strawberry frosted donut. This is a different pheno, but I'm fucking with the structure though, for sure.
That's another pheno of it right there. And I like how that's stacking. I like the look of that motherfucker. It's pretty tall too. And in the back we got a. Can I get in here? Yeah, I can. Let me scoot this shit to the side. This shit tall, y'all. What is this? This is another. What the fuck is this? Oh, Jealousy Town Strawberry Frosted Donut times Cherry Garcia. I actually like how it's structured. This is a little different. A little different. I wonder if that's gonna connect. I don't know. We'll see. But these look pretty good for day 25. You know what I'm saying? This is the number 3 pheno of it. Right here. It's shorter. That's the number 2 pheno of it. It's way taller. The structure is a little different and it smells different. The pistols even look a little different. You see, the pistols are like curly Q's. These motherfuckers are like straight out, shoot straight the fuck up. This gonna have the type of bud structure that I like. I can tell when I get them little curly Q pistols like that. You know what I'm saying? But they the same thing. They smell hella different. That's another banana cream saver. That big bitch look like it's playing the saxophone. You know what I'm saying? Because I had to bend that top down because it got way too tall. Like all of this shit. All of this shit tall in here. Tall as me anyway. That's the best size representation that I can give y'all because this is amazing. I'm not gonna lie, it's amazing how tall this shit is. It ain't even amazing. It's kind of fucked up because if you look at what this shit is, a lot of this shit is really only about 6 inches from the light. Like we tall, and I can't really move my. I might have to try to fasten my light to the top of the tent some kind of way, but like we like fucking right here. Yeah, I like this structure too. This. Where is that motherfucker at? I got another strawberry for time blue magic. I don't know. That's another Gary Coleman frosted donut right there. I ain't much for fan leaves, but I did keep the fan leaves on this motherfucker. I mean, they pretty big or whatnot. We'll see. This shit don't look bad for day 25 though. I'm impressed. This is probably the best run so far. Starting with this that I had in a minute. Tall is subjective. Everything's tall to me. You know what I'm saying? So, but we just talking about, y'all know where the zipper of the goddamn tent is at. And this is where all this shit is at the top zipper. So we all know. Usually, like I said, shit like this will be gone. But I'm trying something new. I'm trying to just tuck them, right? Tuck them and get them out the way and see if it happens. I'm probably gonna end up cutting that bullshit off. I usually don't keep nothing. Way the fuck down there. But these are all 1 gallons. This shit right here is in a half. That's a half gallon. But if you look at what the half gallon is fucking doing, you know what I'm saying? Over here, that's a gallon, which is cool. That's a gallon. All them square ones are gallons. Some circle ones are actually half gallons. So, but all of these plants are a lot shorter. They also were a lot shorter when I put them in. You know what I'm saying? I needed some tree. I was just getting back on my feet. A 1/4 gallon, yeah, probably. And then we're gonna come to the 2x4. All of this shit with these plants, because there's something wrong with that plant right there. It's just bit. I've not been able to figure it out. I got a clone of it in there that's doing way better, which I'll show you. Now, as you can see in both of these tents over here, ain't nothing trained. That motherfucker got bent down up there by necessity. So I ain't trained nothing. And I haven't trained nothing in a long time. So what I'm gonna do in this thing, once these come out at the end of the week, I'm gonna put these in here. And you can see I've been working on training them. Some of those are topped and right. That's kind of how I look up top. We'll clean all that bullshit up. That's one. I got another one also. Right. That's topped pretty good. Everybody always talk about, oh, look at all of those heads. Pretty much all of those are topped. So what we gonna do with these specific plants, we'll let these veg another 3 weeks, right? They're in 2 gallons. We'll probably get some soil, and I might put them probably in 5 gallons, maybe. We'll let them veg for another 3 weeks, and then we'll flip. These two, this one and this one, I know they're gonna go stupid because these two are the same thing that this is. It's a clone of them. And when I look at this plant right here and how I didn't do no fucking training at all, I didn't do no training and it did this. Like if we follow like this second branch right here, the second lowest fucking branch, that's the motherfucker that gave me this. So I'm just thinking to myself, well, damn, these motherfuckers should be amazing if I did this with no training. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna see how that plant do with training. So those are cool. This is how I used to grow though back in the day before I started growing big when I didn't have no space. So we just gonna let these get a lot bigger though. What up, Cloudy? So we're gonna let these, like I said, we're gonna let these grow for another 3 weeks. This shit right here, man, this some good smoke, but this plant is a little damaged. So we'll put it in there too, but we're gonna let it grow another 3 weeks. It's finicky as fuck though. You know, it's happy, but it's just very finicky. But I have a tendency to believe that once everything get in flower, it'll get okay. You know what I'm saying? It'll get fine. We got another. Oh, here go another one too. That's one. Oh shit! What happened to my camera? Okay, there we go. That's another that I was training. Right there. Oh, 1, 2, 3. These 3 are the same thing. Again, they'll veg another 3 weeks. You can see I'm trying to work on getting the canopy all one size, right? Because I really want to see what happens when I get this shit one size and let it do what it do. So we got that. Then we got another. I trained this one too, just to let motherfuckers know I do know how to train. Take this middle out right here. We got another. This is a different Pinot. This is a Blue Magic Time Strawberry. Different Pinot than the one I got flowering. It's a slow growing motherfucker, so we'll see. I usually don't like slow growing plants. I topped a few of these up here. You can see, you can clearly see I topped that one. I topped that one. I topped a few of them, right? Because I want to even. We'll come in here. We'll bend that down a little bit like that. That's actually low stress training. A lot of motherfuckers be saying when you do that, give a number. A lot of motherfuckers say that's low stress training, but that's actually high stress training. What I just did, bend it down like that. See how it stayed down? Because it's a new green growth. You know what I'm saying? I do the same one like that. Boom, boom, boom. And it'll lean over. Now I didn't snap anything in there. I just leaned it over. It'll pop back up kind of quick, but you can kind of see, you can kind of visualize how they gonna look in the 4x4 once they're able to fucking spread out. Right? And then I still got one more, which is I gotta look. It's from it's a sweet something. It's from Ethos. Sweets. I forgot the name of it. Sweet something times blueberry muffin. All right, let's take that. See how that big ass leaf was covering these, and then what I'll do, I already topped that one right there, as you can see. I topped that one right there, as you can see. That's all right. We'll leave it alone for now. But I'm a transplant. Yeah. Okay, yeah. What up, Zo? Enzo Buzz, hey, boy, ever since you didn't, I ain't gonna say got for real, cause you always been for real, Zo. But shit, ever since you got that bigger tent, nigga, I've been watching what the fuck you doing. And I can't wait to see what you cross that shit with. If you said what you was gonna cross it with, but I forgot because I did watch the video when it first came out. Because you already know I did. So I'm talking about the fucking thing. But this shit right here, all these, which is crazy because when I look at it, that's gonna make a nice 4x4. All of those, I think. Those are going to 4x4. It's amazing that I had them in this little bitty ass spot, huh? This bitch look like a clown car. Everything that I got in here, all of these different phenotypes, they all cloned and growing in here. Like for example, this is the Blue Magic Time Strawberry Frosted Donut. This is number 1 pheno. The Jealousy Time Strawberry Frosted Donut. This is number 2 pheno. So on and so forth. Y'all see how this shit over here. Now, this ugly motherfucker. Man, usually I get rid of ugly plants, but this plant stinks so bad. I'm gonna grow it out. I'm not gonna clone it. Cause man, look at how look at all that compact bullshit. It's a Mac, obviously. Look at all of that leafy bullshit that's compact that I'm gonna have to get rid of. That's a Mac. I do got another Mac over here that looks better. Yeah, this is a Mac. Damn. This bitch needs to be watered. You're gonna have to get this motherfucker some water ASAP. Yeah, that's a Mac. It look way better than the other Mac. I done had Macs that look like that before. Everything else over here don't even need to be watered, but this Mac is. But these all clones over there, except for this. That is a sour diesel time strawberry coffee. That's what that is, right there. From Katsu Seeds, because I'm trying to get away. Create a 7-week plant finish. Yeah. I wish I could. I wish I could wholeheartedly say, yeah, I'm going to create a 7-week finish. That's some hard shit to do to be truly finished in week 7. The best I can hope for right now is that I cross some of these varieties that you can take at week 8, and then maybe if I cross them, maybe I can pick the one. But I'm not good enough to actually go in and genetically say I'm gonna make some 7-week shit because I don't think that I'm that good yet. Right on. What's up, bud? I just take I don't like long flowering strains, so typically anything that I work with ain't gonna go no longer than 63 days, no way. Most of this shit, especially the shit that I made in the beginning, was 8 weeks flat. Most of that shit. I got some shit that I could take in 8 weeks and it wouldn't hurt nothing. Like for real, this whole tent right there, I could probably top this shit right now. It ain't really finna do much more between now and Saturday. I'm sure. I mean, I'm gonna let it go, but it probably ain't gonna do too much more. You know what I mean? I feel like some of that shit is subjective. Yeah, I know. To me, here's the thing I think about that. What's up, Buzz? I think it's twofold. I think people trying to do that, but the way you make autos, you gotta do this shit so many times to prove that it's a true auto that along the way you create fast finishing phenos that are not autos, but they finish faster because like the way you make an auto, only 1/3 of them are gonna be autos anyway. So what's happening is, to me, this is what I think. They just cheating the process, and they're like, all right, man, this shit is fast. And I ain't talking about Ed Rosenthal. It seemed like he would actually do the work, right? Because it seemed like he cared. I could be wrong. But most of these places, they just taking the progeny of what they've done when they crossed it to the autoflower. And because all of them are not going to be autoflowers, most of them are going to be fast finishes, not autoflowers. Well, now they take that and cross it with something else and say, it's going to be some 7-week strains. It's going to be some autoflower strains in there. It's going to be some shit that start flowering in week in veg. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what most companies do. This shit in here look alright. This shit look okay. This right here, this plant came off of this delicate looking motherfucker. Like, look at that. I gotta get on that shit. I always take off these type of leaves, man, because keeping shit like this on your plant don't do nothing. Keeping shit like that on your plant don't do nothing. Observe what it is, try to figure out why it's doing what it's doing, But pull that shit off. I'm not talking to none of y'all old ass brothers. I'm just in case anybody knew. Yeah. But if you notice, it's just that plant. It's only one. Now here's the weird thing, bud. This plant is showing heat stress, right? You can clearly see it. It's showing heat stress and like the light burning. Exact same plant. That's the clone of the same fucking plant in the same goddamn conditions. And this bitch is loving life. Like it ain't showing no signs of stress. It ain't doing shit that other. So it's kind of weird. I just think, and this plant kind of old too. So I just think it's this particular. What up, Piff? It's this particular. It's just this particular specific plant, not maybe so much the phenotype, but more so just shit, the actual plant. I ain't liking something, this particular plant. But once I get it to flower, it'll be alright. I gotta put this fucking clown show back in here. But I did this. Look at this. This is the shit that they be talking about. Hey, dry back. No, nigga. This bitch needs to be watered. This bitch needs to be watered so bad. Look at that shit. That's dust. All we are is dust in the wind. But it's a Mac. And as you know, look at it. That motherfucker damn near praying too. As you know, Macs don't like to be watered. So if any plant gonna be dried out, I'm okay with it being that way. I don't like a lot of water any goddamn way. That's everything we got going on in the clown show over here. So what, to recap, all of these right here, which man, they look so good when they're able to breathe and stretched out. They make me want to chop this shit right fucking now so I can move all of these plants in there. But I'm gonna try my best to wait to the end of the week. Cause man, I feel bad putting them plants back into this clown car. I saw the tent right here. I feel real bad because they look very nice breathing out here. You know what I'm saying? They look real good breathing out here. Yeah, Mac don't like to be cloned for sure. I do got a Mac clone over here though. This particular Mac, these the ones that FYG spray. These the ones Righteous did. In the beginning, I don't think he was down with us yet. In the beginning, he did a giveaway. He took Mac and he reversed it to himself. And although these are some slow growing motherfuckers, as traditional Mac is, they clone okay. Most of them clone okay. You know what I'm saying? It was cool. I didn't cross anything with it because he already did Mac cross. And whenever somebody I know use something, I try not to use something because we all share the same audience. So 9 out of 10, if I cross the same thing that Righteous cross, or cross the same thing that Black G cross, or cross the same thing that, you know, it's like I don't even need to really buy it because I got this shit. That's why I had told G, I'm like, dog, I gotta stay away from your shit, bro. Because in a minute, this motherfucker just gonna be Black Diamond Genetics Midwest. Some more shit in the cup. You know what I'm saying? All these motherfuckers look pretty good though. I can't wait to get my space. Shit like this. That's the number 3. I don't even know what the fuck this is. I just gotta grow on. This is female. We'll grow it and see hopefully what it is when I smoke it. Maybe I'll be able to tell. You know I'm gonna have to clone it though. Put that back right here. Right here. Alright. This plant's a little hurt. This is another plant that kept with lemon punch. I gotta hold on to it. I'm probably gonna take this whole top off. Whoops. Camera down there. Take this whole top off. You can see the new growth looking a little better. But I like that plant. That smoke was really good. That's why I'm trying to revitalize it. This shit here, we looking pretty good over here. This is that. Then I be looking at the shit like, to me, this shit don't belong. But I'm gonna leave it there. No, I'm not. I lied. We'll take off that one, and then we'll take off that one. Because I got a problem when it comes to symmetric. I got to be symmetrical. Boom, that's a nice round symmetrical plant. And that's usually how I try to train when I train. Yeah, we gonna get these motherfuckers moved around. So to reiterate, a recap, what we gonna do is we gonna move all of these in a 4x4. We'll let them veg for 3 more weeks. Roughly, these would be in week like 7-ish, somewhere around there. I gotta look. So once these are in week 7, these will be flipped, and these will be in week 1. By the time these come out at the end of week 7, these will be at the end of week 2. Then all of these motherfuckers in these 1 gallon pots, hopefully, because these cups are gonna be 1 gallon pots. This whole thing mess. I know it don't look as good right now, but once I get some space, it'll look way better. All of this will then go in here, and it'll be like the same fucking run in here twice, because all of these are clones. Most of these right here are clones of those. So it's gonna be like the exact same run twice in here. So I really hope I like this shit. I did pop some new shit. I've been trying to search through some of that F1 times Bubba, because I really fucking like it. And one of these days, I'm telling y'all, I'm gonna get my F1 Derb, or I'm gonna find something that is really F1 Derb leaning. I popped the Peruvian Punch. That I showed y'all that shit last time. I popped that because I like Purple Punch, and that shit is Purple Punch times. You can look it up on Seed Finder. I gotta figure out how to get my shit on Seed Finder, but you can look it up on Seed Finder. I think they call Heart and Soul Seed. Peruvian Punch times Mendo Breath F2. So I want to see what that shit is like. But I really ain't got much new after that. You know what I'm saying? All of this shit is really just growing my shit out. My hair is so up right in the blood tent. I see people having names. Yeah, I like that F1 Derb. I fuck with it. I fuck with it. Yeah, that look nice though. I like the way that's looking. We'll probably bend that down one more time, like that, which I probably do now. We'll do it. Actually, let's see. Let's look at it, guys. Now, if it was me, which it is, I bend that bitch over like that. This was already bent down. You can see I didn't do it. It's resilient. It don't want to bend. I would bend that part down over here to let them two shoots. I'm just gonna do it to show you. Alright. This is the high shit right here. Look at that. I know. That's the plan. Boom. You did that one like that, so that side flat. Now we'll come over here. And bend that one down like that. Right? So now that's all bent down. We'll take this little one right here. We'll bend that one down right there. All right. So what should happen is this little piece right here should grow up. By the time this one come up, I'm gonna keep bending this bitch well. No, I bent it pretty good. I ain't gonna have to keep doing shit. So hopefully this one will grow up. This one will grow up. This one will be up. This one will be up, and then these will be turning up. So this all be one thing. That's how we gonna try to do it. That's why I'm really. Now see, look, the way I gotta put this plant back in here is so fucked up. See, this is shoved up in there, and I gotta shove these wide motherfuckers back up in there too. Which is shitty, man. That's why I said I might cut this shit in that tent sooner or later, because here's the thing, that shit is already doing what it's doing. 2 in the water. That's so funny. No, the secret is this. What's up, bud? You just gotta water more frequently. If you got a plant like the Mac that don't that don't like to drink. On the average, I'm in this room watering something every other day. I actually just watered these plants today, all of them. I'll probably water them the day after tomorrow. Those, I'm telling you, because these look so good, right? I really want to get them. I really want to get these plants in there way more than I want these to finish in like 3 more days because man, I'm just disappointed with how I did that run. I mean the weed don't look that bad, it look okay. But my plant I'm just talking about the plant health. The plant health in this grow could have been way better. This shit is way better. And this shit is gonna be even better than that shit. Because again, this was the first grow after my surgeries and shit. I'm just looking at this shit and I just don't like ugly plants, and that's what's really making me want to chop all of that shit down and start a new. You know what I'm saying? For real, I fucking can't wait. Like I really like how these look, especially getting back to when I did used to train plants. If y'all go back and look on my fucking shit earlier, all my plants used to be like this, but I would put them in a flower at this side right here. But I don't do that. I'm gonna let these bitches get like I said, they're gonna veg 3 more weeks. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let them veg 3 more weeks. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna let them veg 3 more weeks, and then they're gonna be ready. So they got to get adjusted to that. They got to get adjusted to that light in there. I don't like that light. When I move, I'm going light shopping for sure. Let me clown car. let me clown car these plants back in here real quick. Hold up. Feel like a circus. That's why I said, man, I feel bad for my plants, man. I really wanna get them. I really want to get them in where they need to be, because they can't do what they need to do. They can't do what they need to do in a small ass space. They really can't. This might be used nice water. That might be what it look like that. And let's fish this shit out as best I can. Yeah, it ain't pretty. But as you can see it off it ain't pretty. That's why I really want to get that shit 3 more weeks to grow. That shit ain't pretty, but hey, when you look at it, it's all kind of even. So that's kind of the next thing I do. I use over here to make sure the shit even. Now, if these plants was gonna stay over here, all them goddamn thin leaves I see wouldn't even be over here. Y'all would be like, them plants look like sticks. But that's how I would have to do them in order for them to stay in there, right? So I'm just so eager to get these motherfuckers over here. Again, these plants, if we being honest, man, this shit probably ain't gonna make it till Thursday. This shit for sure. It's gonna be light work too. I'm just gonna come in here before I hang it, pluck these yellow leaves off. But yeah, this shit, I mean, I'm looking at this shit like, ugh. It'll be some cool smoke. It ain't bad for my like, man, I just don't like how them brown leaves and shit look. Like if these were fading leaves, they would look, more like that. Y'all could tell like these are brown leaves you don't want. You know what I'm saying? Them the brown leaves that over there, them the brown leaves you don't want. Like that ain't cool shit. But like I said, these motherfuckers pretty much them the brown leaves you don't want. That's gonna be up in the weeds if I don't cut that plant, it's gonna be up in the weeds. So I definitely could have did a better job. The shit is tough. Me personally, if I'm in day 60, right? Which what's today? Tuesday. Yeah, tomorrow will be like day 60. If I'm in day 60, I would feel like I could chop these plants, and as long as they are dried thoroughly and properly, it'll be okay, right? Especially when I got bullshit like this. When I got bullshit like this waiting that I don't really want to tap in here because them plants stretchy, right? And them plants are stretchy as fuck. That's what happened to these plants. They went over here. Nah, I'm sorry. That's what happened to these plants. They went over here a little more stretchy than they should have been. I got them over here in time to repair the structure, right? But if you can see down here, they was a little more stretchier than they should have been in the beginning. So for me personally, especially since I'm not selling this shit to nobody, right? For me personally, I would say, okay, I'm at day 60. I got a lot going on. I got some shit that look pretty good coming behind it. Uh, Fuck it, right? That's probably what I'd do. Now, if I was doing a turn and burn, I really wouldn't care because I'd be on a schedule and I'd be like, well, when I get rid of these, it's gonna be day one over here, but it's not. These gonna veg a whole for 3 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Uh, but this shit, and two, dog, because this shit is so disappointing to me. How this shit look. I'm not particularly. Damn, smell good though. I'm not particularly excited about the trim because, as you can see, them little nubby knobs, I'm gonna have to really go in there and trim around that shit, right? As opposed to some shit like this, where once that shit dry up, it really ain't nothing to trim on this motherfucker for real. Really ain't much to trim. So this is not gonna be fun to trim. That's another reason why I probably will try to trim it in later because I don't want to be dealing with these leaves that then receded all up into the bud that are brown. If they were green, you know what I'm saying, like this and receded up in there, okay, cool. If they brown, I don't personally want that in my weed in particular. Like all of this shit down here, that's not 3 days. I ain't finna change this shit. You see what I mean? 3 days ain't changing that. 3 days might help out a little bit with how it look, maybe, but I don't feel like the potency and shit is gonna be better. We just gonna do a lot better job. And that right there is why I usually take my skirt up so high. If you see these lower down here, they shot up so they get to stay. But usually I don't have nothing like that low on there. Oh, for sure. I already know. It's two things. I could tell you the three things that happen in here. Thing number one, I fried the fuck out of these plants because both of these tents got 720 watts, but this one got boards, which is way more concentrated, and this one is mainly strips, right? All of them are 240, but the strips on the side, right? So the first thing I did, I fried the shit out of these plants. Second thing I did not water these plants nowhere nearly as much as they needed to be watered. These motherfuckers was always drying back, if you will. So I just kept missing the water. I didn't correctly sort of water in this tent until probably about week 3 or 4 of flower. Until then, they was getting dry. They was getting too dry, and they was getting fried. So this was the redemption run because again, this the same exact plant. This shit right here and this shit is the same plant. You can see this plant is fucking much happier over here. The structure is gonna be the same, right? Which I know because it is what it is. The bud ain't gonna be no different. It's just gonna look a lot better. It's gonna be grown a lot better. It's gonna be more aesthetic to the and pleasing to the eye, which that's what I like. I like to come in here and everything is pleasing. I don't like coming in here and seeing fucking shit like this. Now again, this shit is smoke okay. It'll be fine to smoke, and once I trim it up, obviously I'm gonna show y'all put on the camera shit. It's gonna look fine. It ain't no particularly frosty weed. I got way frostier weeds than this. It don't look bad though. This was made to be a yielder, not a frost production. I got something that I'm gonna cross this with in mind that's gonna put some more frost on it. But this was step one to make this shit bigger, and I effectively did that at least with this strain anyway. This strain ain't bad. It's pretty big too. I just don't like the structure. And for me, if I don't like the structure, I don't fuck with it. Usually I take these big motherfuckers off. This shit here, Vid got the strawberry frosted donut structure to a T. You can see that bitch. See how it's all wide and shit like that. That's how strawberry frosted donut grow. I might take that bitch off over there doing nothing, but it grow wide. Good thing about it is all the buds do be solid, but everything in here got a smell already, whereas it took everything in here so much longer to get a smell. So again, I know 3 places I fucked up on this tent. You know what I'm saying? Fuck yeah, back. That's why I breathe. I think it kind of puts righteous off. But if you look at the shit, go back and look at my videos. Everything I breathe bag appeal because, again, that's what motherfuckers buy weed for now. You can say what you want, motherfuckers buy that shit out bag appeal. These names be coming out so quick, you know what I'm saying? And shit be happening so quick that before they even smoke it, damn, it smell good. Before they even smoke it, if they look at it and that shit jumping out at them, they good. Like, this shit gonna be cool. It's getting there already. You know what I'm saying? And it's very early. So I can tell I rotate everything around so I would say the one in this corner, but this corner is gonna be moved around because when I water, I actually pull these big motherfuckers out the tent and I water them and then I put them back in, I rotate them. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I do all of them in here. So it'll be moved around. Caramel cake though, look like it's gonna have some pretty big buds. Like this pretty much smell like sherbet. Everything look good. I also take out the rollers a lot. Yeah. Oh, for sure. What's up, bud? Yeah. Run the feminized strawberry frosted donut because the original. Well, you do what you want, but the original was Regs. Then I made the BX one. Then I made the R1. To me, the R1 is the better one. To me, just from a structure standpoint, because I'm real big on how shit look. I'm real big on structure, bag appeal, shit like that. So like, you know, I want the shit to be number one. I want it to be frosty. Of course, this is taking into account the weed is deep. I'm not saying it's the only thing that matters. At this point, it's a lot of good weed out there. So it's not like it's a lot of decent weed out there. But I need my weed to be frosty, right? First, then I need it to smell good, right? But as far as the grower is concerned, I need shit that I can tell you that you can do that with. And then I also need shit that I can say, hey, I got some other shit that I got some shit that smell good. I just try to have a variety of shit, right? Because everybody be saying, oh man, they want that old school shit. They want that old school shit. And it's cool and it's funny because if people really want that old school shit, it's not like it's missing. You can find that shit. You know what I'm saying? You can find it. Now whether you believe, look at that. See, this plant don't like to be pushed that hard. This the first one. This was right underneath that motherfucker 240. That panel, that's what I was telling you. Let me turn that middle right now. Right now, guys, right there. Whoops. That's the one that got the control on the board. Let me turn it down a little bit because them plants that get burnt up in the middle, and this big motherfucker was just in the middle. But I think that's more or less from nutrients, though. Personally, this particular one looked like they don't like to be pushed as hard as the others, but that's not bad. And it's not down here, it's up here, so it's another thing that's kind of suspect to make me think the light too. It's up high, so we'll see. We'll turn that bitch down. We'll put it on the outside edge and see. Let's see what happened. Just ordered. Did you just do that pill? 2 gallon quick pills for 23 bucks. That's the next thing I gotta do. I gotta try them quick pills, and I gotta try what D Mike just said, them cocoa cubes, bro. I gotta try that shit. I be listening to shit when y'all say it for sure. Pill, put the link in the Instagram chat, bro. And that's another thing I'm finna start doing now that I'm actually getting back to going live. Man, I'm gonna fire up that Discord and get that shit running right, like for real. Now that I do this show and we do the one on Sunday, we need to get that Discord up and running because like we got chat and Instagram. Hey man, I want to fuck with all y'all like that. You know what I'm saying? To where y'all see some shit, y'all can put it in the Discord. You know what I'm saying? 32 Qs about. See, this is the type of shit I'm talking about right here. Like man, I'm gonna get the. I promise y'all though, I'm gonna get the Discord up and running, man. Cause I look, I like to connect like that. I be wanting to post deals, just like how I started that shit off. Amazon shit. That's one of the shit that make our shit tight. Like everybody post a little deal or something that they got going on. And you know I ain't fucked up about it. Even if you know somewhere that's like a good place to get seeds, like oh such and such got a seed, hey, we gonna post that shit too. I'm not one of them hating ass people, right? That don't say nothing about nobody else seeds on my page, man. Let me know. I might want to fuck with it. Cause the way that I feel, and this just me. If you notice on Stone and Stream, I don't never ever really say nothing about my shit like that, right? Because for one, that's what this show is for, because I do an update. But for two, man, it's all types of good shit out here. Y'all follow me. Those of y'all that follow me enough to know what I'm dealing with and what I got. So like, I'm horrible at motherfucking promotion, right? But I also hate when I'm watching somebody else shit and all I hear is promotion, right? I don't be wanting to hear that shit. If I wanted to watch the fucking commercial, I would. So I just be trying to just rant, talk about interesting shit that I see that other motherfuckers don't want to touch, right? But I touch whatever, because I don't care. Particularly on this show. This is a show where I like got to interact with y'all. This show was gonna be what the after party was gonna be, but we changed the day and shit. So I was like, fuck it, I just keep doing what I'm doing on Tuesday. So we changed the day.
I'm still here. I accidentally exited out, but fuck it, I was about to exit out that shit anyway, cause our time was about our time anyways. I had showed y'all all the shit that I was gonna fucking show y'all, so I guess that's the way that shit went anyway. But no, like I was saying though, man, I got a mind to move a lot of that shit because I got to go back to work in a couple days. I got a mind to chop all of that shit, move that shit around. Because I tell you this much, it's way more important at this point. It's way more important for me to get them plants in that 2x4, an extra fucking 3 days of veg or extra whatever it is, than it is for me to have them plants go another 3 days personally. Y'all seen that motherfucking clown. Y'all seen that motherfucking clown fucking car in there. But when we come back next week, all of them plants will be in a 4x4 anyway. I just ain't figured out if I'm going to I'm not gonna transplant them right away. I'm gonna wait about a week. I want to get adjusted to the lights and shit, and then in about a week I'll transplant them. I kind of want to transplant them before, because I feel like when you transplant your plant, you really want to give it an additional 3 weeks to really fill in before you flip the flower. So if I let them go a week and then transplant and then let them go 2 more weeks, that really ain't enough time, right? That's the next problem, right? That's the thing about it. Like I really want to transplant them plants and let them go longer, but because I got them all stuffed, I shouldn't have no fucking ads, bro. I ain't getting no money for this shit. I bet I had no ads. That's fucking stupid. If I got ads, somebody need to see me. I ain't supposed to be no ads. I ain't monetized. That's why I be cursing and doing whatever the fuck I want to do. What was I getting ready to say? Yeah, I really want to transplant them right now, and then let them go in the 5 gallons for 3 more weeks. But we'll see. I'm telling y'all, them plants irritate me in there, so they'll probably get chopped tonight or tomorrow. Probably not tonight, cause I ain't finna do shit. I'm high. So like I ain't doing that shit tonight, but they'll get chopped probably in the morning or some shit. For sure. And then I get them other ones moved around. Cause I really want them to do well. It's been a long time since I actually worked and trained some plants and widened them out and try to get everything right. And they're not going under no trellis neither. That's the next thing I'm finna show some of these cats. Like, yo, I don't know if y'all remember my boy Wizard NPK. Yeah, I do that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? But he had like that motherfucker would have like 30 steaks in one plant. I don't got that many, but I would prefer to use steaks though. Cause I still like to move my fucking plants around, bro. You know what I'm saying? And when I water, well, y'all call it feeding, but I feed every time. I don't never like feed water or whatever. The only time I give a plant straight water is like I'm finna do with that mac right now. I'm gonna give it straight water because I'm not about to I make my nutrients 5 gallons at a time. So I'm not finna make 5 gallons just for that one fucking plant. Um man. And you know what? Somebody told me to use silica or some shit. I ain't never used no silica or anything like that. With them other plants, man, I wish I would have used something to stop them hoes from being brittle. Yeah. I don't like to use trellis. I just it's always a headache when it's time to get them out. I always got y'all see I clean my plants be in a 4x4 and how they are. I just hate when I have a trellis. It always be these little bitty bullshit ass leaves that be right by the net, and I just have so much more larf when I do a trellis, right? Cause y'all see what I keep and what I don't keep. I don't really keep no whole lot of bottom bullshit. I just use that shit for edibles or what the fuck ever. Man, when I do that shit under a trellis, man, I got all kind of shit. Shit be looking prettier, and I definitely have more buds evenly, and shit be cool. But man, I much rather prefer to use steaks. And we gonna see. I ain't never made my plants that wide and then let them get taller. So we gonna see how these plants look. Cause I ain't never really, like I told you, that size they are right now. Usually when I was training plants, that'll usually be the size where I put them in flower. Um, I tend to get myself in trouble because I do tend to let them get too tall before I flip. That's how I got them tall ass plants in there. But sometimes I ain't got no choice. It just depend on um if I got the space. Man, the cheapest nutrients around to me, D Mike, fucking Floorflex. Yeah, I tend to want to do a drip system, right? Because I don't want to lose the height that I'm gonna lose with a flood and drain. Righteous used to do a flood and drain, and man, that shit was so easy, so simple. But you gotta have shorter plants, and I'm on this tall plant kick as y'all see. Because I didn't start getting I started getting better weight when my plants got taller, but I think it was just due to the fact that they're more mature for real. Um, yeah, it is. Hey yo, you ain't said nothing but a word. That bitch is vicious. Cloudy. I don't even know. Hey, he had some big ass plants, man. He was the first dude. Wizard and PK. He was the first dude I seen, man, with all them goddamn steaks and shit. That shit was dope to me. But I think he was working in a dispensary because when I started, it wasn't legal in my state. So like I think at that point in time he was working in a dispensary and I was working out of a fucking cardboard box. You know what I'm saying? I was working out of that shit. A cardboard box with a CFL light. Uh hey, what's up, bud? First of all, I appreciate the compliment. Um Keeping them plants looking good like that, I ain't gonna even they do look good. Them plants do look particularly good, so I will say that. Usually my shit just look okay. Um that ain't a question. This shit here, how big can you get them? Man, look, I don't know if you know or not, but Bill's LED, he used to have this shit. He called it the root force technique, which really was just water twice a day, which is really all that shit was. You know what I'm saying? But I used to see him grow fucking almost them. Nah, they wasn't quite that big. They was big as fuck though. But he would have like about 2-3 foot plants in 32 ounce fucking Polar Pop cups or the cups you get from Quick Trip or your local gas station that be them big ass cups that be like 32 ounces. And that dude would just have a 10 full of them bitches with about 40 fucking CFL lights, dog. Psh, dog, he used to get to it. That nigga was my inspiration, dog, straight up. But what that did show me was here. It showed me was it really ain't no such thing as root bound, and everybody fucking knows this because all these dispensaries be growing out these 3-inch by 3-inch cubes or some shit like that, right? It really ain't no such thing as root bound as long as you water your plants enough. Like you might have to water them motherfuckers 2-3 times a day. You might have to if you watering by hand. But as long as you keep them bitches hydrated, right? To where it's just a root ball. Like dog, when he harvested his plants, it would be a literal like it'd be like a baseball without that leather cover on it. It'd be like a little hard mass of root because it didn't have nowhere to go, but he was like directly fucking watering the root. So that showed me a lot. Now, have I flowered? I flowered like 2-foot tall plants in a cup before just to see if I could do it. It's cool. That shit take a lot of work to keep that shit watered properly. As you can see by that 4x4, you see how the fucking leaves and shit was all dried up, curled up. But that was more so because of the lights, but it was also because of the watering too. So like, yeah, all the time. I don't know if you seen it earlier. We had a lot of moose knuckles in that motherfucker, as we'll see. Because I'm gonna show y'all that I actually can achieve a flat canopy like motherfuckers be doing. I can actually do that. I just don't because I got lazy, and it's way easier to just let the plant grow straight up. Plus, too, I grow out a lot of my own genetics, so I need to see things like, okay, them bottom branches, they'll stretch all the way up to the top and become an even plant, or they won't stretch up. They'll just kind of hang out down there. You got to cut them off. So that's the really biggest reason why I don't train plants no more. But because all of those plants I train, I have grown in the 5x. They either grown in the 5x5 now, or they in the 4x4. I have to look. I think like $50. You know what I'm saying? But it's like 3 different kinds. The R1, two kinds of female. The BX1 is fem, and the R1 is fem, and then I got the regular regs, right? Because it took me a minute, but I had to feminize them. I wanted to get back to it. I found the pheno that I really, really liked. Them R1s are nice though. No, I just named it that because that's what it smelled like. But it's actually you know what? I gotta see what the fuck is it. I have to see what's in it myself. Let's go to. Let's go. Let's both look. Let's both look together. This is, if you go to the website, this is the strain information page right here. That's all I did was click strain information. And he said strawberry frosted donut, reg. Okay, so that is Lamosa, which is LA Kush Cake times Skittles times Lamosa, which came from Black Diamond Genetics, times the Fruit Punch Runts, which I believe is Pink Runts, times Banana Punch. Because I believe I got both of them from Black G and crossing together and made that. That's where that came from. But this will show you everything. I gotta go in here and update it because I think the Pink Runts, yeah. Okay, high octane. Okay, that's what that is. High octane and lilac diesel. Well, what is the Donkey Kong? Wild Tropic Runts. That's why. It's that lilac diesel. That motherfucker get big. And the Blue Magic get big. And it's probably that lilac diesel BX3. But long story short, that's what that shit is. If you ever want to know, because I don't be wanting to tell people the wrong thing. And it's easy to tell somebody the wrong thing when you make shit constantly. So that's why I came up with the strain information page, which I'm going to update. Oh, you know what? Damn. You just asked me how much that shit go for. Oh, on my site, actually, everything is buy one, get one. So you always get a whole nother pack when you buy something. But let's see how much that shit go for. Hold on. Okay, let's see. That's the regular version right there. I gotta update some of this shit because some of this shit I only got like one pack of. I don't even think I didn't even put the other strawberry frosted donuts up here yet. That's the closest one I got. That's the big ass one you seen in the tent, which I'm gonna put some more pictures on here. So people can see what the bud look like. I haven't put them other you could hit me, D-Line, if you really want some, I'll sell them to you for 50. I haven't put them on the site for sale yet. I haven't rolled them out. The people on the Patreon got them. I can't remember if you're part of the Patreon or not. If you got them, D-Mike, it's two of y'all here, D-Line and D-Mike. One of y'all done bought from me before. Whoever was inquiring, if you want the feminized version and it ain't there, I'll sell it to you. I just ain't named it. Well, I don't gotta name it. I just ain't put it up there. Damn, I don't gotta name it, huh? The favorite one out of my strains, that's a good question. It used to be strawberry frosted donut, right? That's what it used to be, which is why that's the first one of my strains that I made that I took back times itself because I liked it that much. It had the bag appeal, it had the smell. Wasn't really worried about the weight. No, I'm not. All right. Wasn't really about the weight with that one. It had the look and it had the smell. Cause that Lamosa from Black Diamond Genetics, if you got it, that motherfucker was pretty frosty. And the shit that I used was pretty frosty as well. So it'd probably be strawberry frosted donut. My top 3 probably would be strawberry frosted donut. Oldie but motherfucking goodie that I always like. You gotta go back and look on my page. It's caramel cake. I really liked that caramel cake. The only reason why I don't have more of it going, that wasn't feminized. So again, when you growing so many goddamn plants, I gotta do a run where I just have all regulars. Cause I don't like knowing what I'm gonna end up with. So usually if I'm looking for 5, I'm gonna pop 10 and hope I get 3. You know what I'm saying? No matter who shit it is. Megatron was a jealousy times strawberry frosted donut times Cherry Garcia. I'm pretty sure. I need to put that shit up there. I'm pretty sure that's what it was, because that's how that motherfucker grow up. Y'all seen it in that bitch. That motherfucker, that's all I could think of when I seen the nigga. And if I need to put that on the page too, because I just been growing this shit one at a time, seeing what it do, and then naming it. I ain't naming it until they got a characteristic like, oh, I'm gonna call it this because of how it grow, or I'm gonna call it this because of how it smell. I know that the unreleased Jealousy Time Strawberry Jealousy Time Jealousy Time Strawberry Frosted Donut. That shit was amazing. I didn't even release that though, but that shit was amazing. That's why I used it. I never got around to releasing it. I actually got to find where I even put them seeds, because I only had like 30 or 40 of them motherfuckers. It was a very small plant, but I popped like 3, and man, I liked all 3 of them phenos. So that was great. That jealousy was it was good to use if you used it right, because it had the bag appeal and it had the size and the smell. The high was cool. You know what I'm saying? The taste was cool. So he was able to get some of that shit to translate into some other shit. She was doing good. And then my third one would probably be Blue Magic, man. And I think I sold out of that. I think I got a pack left for myself, which I'm gonna go back through and pop. But I got high expectations for that Blue Magic times Strawberry Frosted Donut. I got high expectations for that, because I really like both of them, bag appeal wise and smoke wise. And they on the opposite end of the spectrum. Like, one is like gives you a strawberry type taste. damn, I forgot the other flavor because one of y'all put the flavor right on a button with that motherfucker. And then the Blue Magic really do taste fucking blue. That's the best way I can describe it. That shit really do taste blue. And a high octane come in the back and give it that punch. I like St. Louis gas station a lot. Yup, they are films, D Mike. They are definitely films. Toasted ravioli is let me think, because that was the first shit I made. Sunday Driver and gooey butter cake. I'm sorry. Them gonna be, man, anything I had crossed that Sunday Driver with, bro, that shit always was very Sunday Driver leaning. It took over the plant. It really took over the plant. I liked it. I liked all the first shit that I made, man. The first shit I made got my feet wet. You know what I'm saying? So far, the favorite line out of the shit I made was probably. That's a good question. I think it's gonna be this line I just made. I'm gonna put it out as a line like at the end of the year, like for super cheap. But I want to grow through everything because I ain't got nobody to grow my shit. So when I do put it out as a line, obviously y'all will be able to see what it is because y'all been here with me. But I'm gonna put all of this shit out as a line because it's two. It's the strawberry frosted donut line, and then it's gonna be the Cherry Garcia line because it's two. You know what I'm saying? But that so far it's looking like it did exactly what I wanted to do. Anything that I crossed that Cherry Garcia look like it's gonna be big as shit. And anything that I crossed it with the strawberry frosted donut look like it's gonna be frosty as hell. But I do got some shit where I crossed the strawberry frosted donut with the Cherry Garcia, right? So I got a lot of shit I gotta grow through. So that's why I'm slowly releasing one at a time. That's why I really just released the one that I just had. I can't think of the name of it right now. It escapes me. The big frosted strawberry, yeah. That's why I released that because hey, I just got done with the flowering, so I can answer any questions that a motherfucker had about it. I feel as though that one could have been taken at week 8 if I wanted it to. You know what I'm saying? I think it was pretty much done at week 8. Well, not done, but the earliest point at which you could take it would have been the end of week 8. I do think that if you would have took it at week 8, you might have missed a little bit of weight. Not much, but a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And I couldn't tell you what shit do past week 9 because nothing's never went past week 9 in this bitch. I think I had one thing that went past week 9. That's what I don't have the patience for. That toasted ravioli gonna finish quick too. That's like a 8.5 weeker. It was for me anyway. Every time I grew it, Righteous just grew that shit too. I think this shit was pretty much done around that same time as well. But that's what we got going on over here. I'm gonna try to implement. I do want to take that strawberry cob times. What did I say that was times? I gotta look that shit up. Strawberry cob times sour diesel. I'm sorry, from Katsu Genetics. That strawberry cob times sour diesel. I want to take that times the pre-98 Bubba times F1 Dirt, right? I want to take them two and cross them, make some with an older type flavor. You know what I mean? A little older, if you will, and see where we go with that. Because everything I got over here is mostly fruity with gas on the back end. Because that's usually what I like. But I'm trying to make some older, you know, some funky gym sock type shit. Although I do got some shit that is kind of gassy smelling in that tin. I don't know exactly what it is yet. So that'll be what I'm working on next. So I'm probably going to use that strawberry cob time sour diesel. Probably. If it got nice structure and it's a male, I'll still use it. That'll be, because I ain't made no regular beans in a nice minute. You know, I like to alternate. Oh, word. That's crazy. I get rid of mutants. I get rid of them motherfuckers immediately. I don't think I had one. I don't think I had one be a mutant. I can't remember because those was the first seeds that I made, which is cool because those are like 5-year-old seeds. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of cool because the older the seed, the harder it is to pop. Most of these seeds be like relatively new. Like, and I'm not even gonna release. I'm not even gonna release that. Some of them seeds the Patreon people didn't even get. I don't even know if y'all got the Blue Magic times strawberry frosted donut because some of them seeds was light and I didn't want to get like one of them seeds came out super light, like all of them was light, and I didn't want to give them to nobody. But shit, they popped. You know what I'm saying? So shit, I grow them, and my thing was I grow them, and if I liked it, if I like go back and reverse it to itself and have more. I think I am gonna like it, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm interested in how this big frosted strawberry is gonna taste because man, Mr. Big Stuff is such a different taste than fucking strawberry frosted donut. Like them, they couldn't be more fucking opposite. The smells couldn't be more fucking opposite. I'm just expecting the high to be good. I'm not really expecting the taste to be good. If we being honest, I don't know though. I think it'll taste all right, but just the reason I crossed them two, the reason that I crossed those two was because I wanted to see what motherfucking I like both of them, but for different reasons. I wanted to see what would happen. I felt like that was my Frankenstein cross. I don't know how it's gonna turn. It turned out grow wise, it's easy to grow, and it's gonna have some big buzz. We just got to see what it smoke like. So if it smoke halfway decent, I'll be cool. Which I think it'll smoke halfway decent. But that's the only thing I crossed Mr. Big Stuff with. I'm pretty sure, cause I did like Mr. Big Stuff. It didn't. I really did like the smoke. It just wasn't a particularly good yielder, and it was kind of finicky. But you know me, I said I'm gonna use it because I liked it how it smoked. Chosen, you created complex strains. Seems like the turfs didn't blend. You know what? That's what I'm saying. I don't know yet because I haven't smoked it, but that might be the case. Well, I'm gonna keep it real. I'll let y'all know. I will let y'all know for sure. But we'll see. I know I didn't think that that high octane and that lilac diesel BX3 was gonna be a good blend because that high octane was so fucking gassy. Man, that was one of my most favorite things to grow. I'm not gonna lie. That high octane from Copycat, that shit was amazing. That shit was amazing. It was just a shitty yielder. Like somebody else had said in the chat early, that bitch was super lanky. And when I say super lanky, dog, I mean the branches were like fucking rubber bands. Like they would literally, like, dog, it was the craziest fucking plant ever. But the weed that came from the plant was so fucking good. That's the only reason I put up with it. It would be to the point to where I would just have one every fucking grow. So what I did was I crossed it by itself and made St. Louis gas station. It actually did improve with the structure. It wasn't so fucking rubbery no more, but it still was leggy as shit. But the weed, it was a little better yield, just a little slightly better. But the weed is still so fucking good. I had sold out of that though, because I didn't have a whole lot. I only had like 20 packs. But the weed was so good, dog. I really like that was the earthiest, gassiest thing that I had. That shit was like, that reminded me, yeah, like you're going with a 60 watt light bulb. Yep, for sure. But the smoke was so fucking good. I grew a lot of her. I was one of the first people to grow her shit back in the day. I grew a lot of her shit. A lot of her shit. You know what I'm saying? I I wasn't making genetics yet, so like I didn't cross none of her shit because I wasn't making shit yet. But if I was making shit, I definitely would have used some of her shit. I actually would have crossed her shit and righteous shit, and then crossed it to my shit, and then I would have called that shit FYG. Nah, what I had called it FYG. What was our original? I would have called it whatever our original group name was. I can't remember what our original group name was. It's in my old videos though. Our original group. If y'all go back and look at my videos for about 5 years ago, y'all will see I had a bunch of videos where I had all our shit in the video. Mine, 420 girl, and we really thought we was doing it too. I looked at that video, I was like, man, our plants did not look as nowhere near as good as we thought they did. We thought we was killing it. I know I did. Man, I looked at them plants now like, god damn. And you know what? The only person that was nice enough to tell me to step that shit up because it don't look as good as I think it do was Meech. Because I had a bunch of motherfuckers comment like, man, tight. That nigga comment tight. But when we got in the chat, that nigga be like, Chosen, look here. So that was cool. Yeah, man. That weed was a motherfucker. I did like that ioctane. I ain't gonna lie. Talking about it now, man. It's tough because I got more seeds of it. You know what I'm saying? Not his shit, but the reversals that I made. And I do want to pop some, but man, I don't want to fuck with the legginess of them. But man, that weed is just so great. I ain't gonna lie, that weed is so great. Now I said that because I'm about to get off this motherfucker. I said I gotta work on like an outro video, man. That's what I actually didn't do. Cause I hate just cutting the shit off, being like, all right, y'all, bye. That shit is lame. But I don't got nothing, and I can't come up with. I gotta do a lot to this channel, do some ad libs and some other shit. Cause it gotta be separate than the other shit that we do on Sunday, cause that's our shit and this is my shit. So I want some whole separate shit. Like I fuck with the intro that I made because nigga, I'm old and it remind me of when HBO and shit used to come on. So that shit was cool to me. But I gotta have an outro though. It won't be that one, Kong. But I do. Y'all gotta tune in Sunday to get that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what y'all get on Sunday. Shit. Today, all y'all get is nigga a virtual peace sign. But let me see. Be sure and check us out this Sunday, right at 2 p.m. Central. I might be dragging a little bit on the show because man, I'm gonna have a long work week. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a little rough on me. You know what I'm saying? That's at the end of that bitch. That ain't even at the end of that bitch because they made us work overtime. So it's gonna be rough, but shit, I'll be there. If that nigga can be there with a whole kid, a job in school, you know what I'm saying? I can be there. You know what I'm saying? So we shall see you motherfuckers Sunday. I'm gonna try to come up with some topics, man. Our topics been cool. It was cool. This last show on Sunday was my favorite show that we had since we've been on Sunday. So all we gotta do is build off of that shit. Otherwise, man, I will see you folks shit Sunday. I better see y'all last Sunday. Yeah, come Sunday and I'll let y'all know if I'm gonna do a giveaway. Either I'm gonna do a giveaway Sunday or Tuesday. I know I said that on this shit last week, but I'm gonna either do it Sunday or Tuesday, depending upon whichever one got the most fucking people. So guess what? Y'all gotta tune in Sunday and you gotta tune in Tuesday, because you gotta figure out what I'm gonna give away. Other than that, I'm gonna close this shit out like I closed out my videos when I used to do them. Like I always say, man, do what you love and love what you do. 2 of them, y'all. Until next time, deuces.